Flashbacks of the agonizing moments when the boat carrying revelers to Mutima Beach tipped into the water still plague the survivors. Shamira Nsereko, who works as an administrator, is one of those who survived the boat tragedy of Saturday 24th November. This is the first time she has come to town since the incident. The struggles of the victims and survivors disturb her mind.
There was a lot of screaming. The most common scream I hear in my ears even up to now is the young women or the young girls who are there and they had families or children. They were screaming for their lives and their children. Abana bange, ogenda kundesa abana bange batonyo. The noise was too much, but suddenly I started hearing very low voices coming up, and yeah, it reduced time after time until we started seeing people starting to float on water.
Nsereko managed to get out of the ill-fated boat and escaped death. She also saved 2 other lives, but the memories traumatize her.
I sleep, but not the normal sleep that I should be catching. Of course, even when a phone rings, I shake. Like I scream sometimes. I was thinking of getting maybe sleeping pills to catch some sleep.
Nsereko, who cannot swim, has endured excruciating muscle pains from her struggles to stay afloat on the fateful day. She lost 3 of her friends in the accident. The mother of one is struggling to move on with her life. This is probably the experience of the other survivors who may need counseling and other forms of post-traumatic care. Dr. Joshua Tugumisirize, a psychiatrist, says the capacity to cope with trauma largely depends on the resilience of the survivor.
Resilience is the capacity in an individual to cope with crises or very difficult situations. And the people who have been traumatized before in their lives tend to have poor resilience. On the other hand, people who have received love and support and care and have friends, they tend to have high resilience. So recovery will be determined by how much resilience people have had.
Paul Nyende, a psychologist, says family support and public empathy are key in helping survivors understand why the tragedy occurred.
Victims or survivors of the sinking boat have been stigmatized right from the very beginning in the media, on Facebook, people have made a lot of fun, and many do not want to show face because having been a survivor looks like you are doing something wrong. So if people continue to be very critical, then it is difficult for somebody to recover.
Nsereko has now turned to Allah and made curious resolutions for her life.
I've never swum, like be there professionally swim or something. Swimming is not something that has come into my mind that going forth I'm going to swim. No, I don't think I can ever go back to water again.
Many people have had a crisis. Their ability to think rationally is lost for a while. If somebody survives drowning and they say, I will never get back to water, it is sensible, it is understandable that water presents a threat. And until they have discovered a way of managing the threat, obviously they will avoid.
When people go through traumatic experiences and lose loved ones, they rely on family and others close to them for social support. This is what matters most on the road to recovery. Gillian Nantume, NTV.